Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Friday Night Victor's Week 4 predictions, right? Is that what we're doing?
Yeah, it's our predictions for Week 4.
Week 4 predictions, and, we want to give thanks to our sponsors. I guess we'll just start off with that. We really couldn't do this without our sponsors. It's a time-consuming thing, and they do help us out as far as that goes. So, Chris, who do we got?
We got Gerwick Nissan.
Yeah.
We got Vince's, the Hot Dog Guys.
That's right.
JJ's Sports Video, Peg and Joe Bellino,
Yeah.
Cakes by Stephanie. Who else we got there? We got Varsity Athletic. Sports Varsity Athletic.
Yeah.
Level Up Training. And then Mr. Murphy.
Mr. Mike Murphy. He will paint the town.
He will paint the town.
Whatever you need painted, Mike Murphy will do it. Give him a call.
There's our
These
sponsors.
words. Yeah. So we thank you very much. If anybody else would like to sponsor, they're good for a year. We could start you tomorrow, and it's good for a whole year from tomorrow, right? 365 days. So
yeah.
Very, very cheap. If you guys, if you want to sponsor us, please just say so.
It's pretty inexpensive. And what were the numbers
completely.
you said for September? We're looking at.
We're going to look at about 120,000 for the month of September.
120,000 page views.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
For the month of September, which will set a record.
For us, yep. It'll set a record.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
Yep.
How you feeling?
I'm all right.
You were under the weather the other day.
A little under the weather, but I'm good now. I'm ready to go.
I got a frog going. Sorry about that podcast, people. It was the best I could do.
Yeah, well, we're ready to rock and roll now.
All right.
What do you think? You ready to get into this?
Yeah, I think so. We got to beat 15-minute window. So
Yeah. Well, we're gonna beat that, no problem. So it's a big week 4. I was looking over the games. Big week 4. So we're getting towards mid-season. We're getting into the some of these games are becoming real important for playoff aspirations.
They are. There's some good stuff out there.
All right, so let's start off in the SEC Red. Okay, we have Monroe 1-2 at Ann Arbor Pioneer, who is also 1-2. What do you got?
Well, the Trojans got a much-needed win last week
They had
against
to
Tecumseh. They had to have it. I think Pioneer's a little bit different animal, though, so I'm going to go with Pioneer. Are they the Pioneers?
No, they're the Ann Arbor Pioneer. Boy, I used to know this. Who are they, people? The Pioneer who? They're not the Pioneers, though.
Oh, okay. They're purple and white.
Yeah, they are that. Okay, yeah, I'm going with Ann Arbor as well. I want to go Monroe. I've picked them every week. But
Have you?
I've picked them every week, I think, yeah. And so, this win right here would get them back in my good graces, and I'll start picking them from then on in.
Sure.
All right, so moving on, staying in the SEC Red, Ann Arbor Skyline 0-3 at 2-1 Temperance Bedford.
Is Bedford going to play an away game this year?
They've all been at home?
I think so.
No way. Really?
I thought they played their first 4 at home.
Okay.
Does that sound weird?
That's cool.
All right.
That is weird, yeah.
I'm going to go with Bedford. Give me some of that Christian Brown running the ball.
Absolutely. Bedford, Skyline. I don't know. Skyline usually has a really, really good player or two, but
Yeah.
I like Bedford. Looks like Coach Vickers has got him going in the right direction.
Yep, I think you're right.
All right. Huge game. We're moving on to the LCAA. Huge game. Hudson 1-2 uncharacteristically at Erie Mason 2-1 uncharacteristically. This is a huge game.
It really is. I really liked Erie Mason, what I saw the other day.
Yeah, you were at that game.
And I mentioned on the podcast, they didn't stop Hillsdale.
Right.
They slowed him down a little bit. I know I left because of the delay, but the way the scoring looked, they didn't stop. You got to stop someone.
Right.
Or you have to score every time yourself.
Right.
Hillsdale got to stop in the first half, and that created the separation. I'm going to go with the Hudson running game, even though I really, really like the offense of Erie Mason. Yeah. They're giving up 43 points a game right now, Mason is.
Well, they're scoring more than that, but you need to. Yeah, you'd like to be able to if Mason can hold a team in the 30s, they got a real good chance of winning.
I agree.
That's funny to say, but they can hold Hudson to 32, they're probably going to win. I'm going with Mason, given all that you said. I know you loved Noah Boudry. He is the real deal.
Man, holy cow, is he good?
Yeah, he is a good player.
And they have some other good players.
They
but
do.
Just watching his feet back there, he just buys time. He almost rarely ever had a pass rush because he just ran away from it really effortlessly.
Yeah.
Kept his feet moving.
And Hudson's coming off that loss to Dundee, where they're going to be ready for this game. It's a must win for Hudson if they want to make the playoffs.
Is, yeah.
Absolutely, because the LCAA is relentless. So,
Yeah.
Well, I like the Eagles. Let's go Mason. All right, moving on. Staying in the well, now we're going to the
It's Tri-County.
Tri-County.
Yeah.
We're going to the Tri-County. Switch it up on me. All right, so Summerfield 1-2 at Stockbridge, 0-3. A must win for Summerfield.
I would say I'm going to go with 0-3 Stockbridge because they have the really, really good quarterback, and it's their homecoming game.
On the road, Summerfield. I'm going to take the Bulldogs in Summerfield.
I think this is probably a pick 'em.
It's a coin flip game. I think Summerfield's probably a little better, but the travel to Stockbridge, a little bit of travel, isn't it there? And
I mean, it's up 52 or whatever it's called.
I'm going to go with the Bulldogs. It's a must win. They always have playoff aspirations in Summerfield. So I think in 2-2 they're looking at making the playoffs, but 1-3, very difficult. All right,
Yes.
so staying in the TCC, Adrian Madison, an improved Adrian Madison,
Yeah, they are.
at 1-2 at Wyford, who was 1-2 as well. Not used to seeing Wyford at 1-2, are we?
Yeah, and Whiteford's young. Their two losses are to two, good teams.
Oh, yeah.
One of them being a great team in Schoolcraft.
So Blissfield's a great team too.
I do think you're right. Adrian Madison's better, and I know next week they'll be hosting Advanced Technology Academy down there at Adrian.
You better pick them to win then.
Well, I am going to go with
They're a
Whiteford.
real good team. Are you picking to win?
They're a good team.
That's right.
But I'm going to pick Whiteford to
Yeah.
win that game because I just think Whiteford program is maybe in a little better position. Because they've only lost 3 regular season games in the last however many years. It's crazy.
Yeah.
And I know they've had a couple this year, but they're just a good program. I'll go with Whiteford.
I'm going with Wyford too. I can't see Wyford at 1-3. I looked at their schedule today. They're looking at like a 5-4, where they might have to beat Summerfield in week 9 to get to 5-4 to make the playoffs.
Ooh.
It's kind of looking like that. Because of Sand Creek, Clinton. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
Be a nice
yeah.
game.
I'm going with Bobcats.
Okay.
All right. Moving on to the DRL. Carlson 1-2. Again, not used to saying that under Jack Jamo.
Not used to saying
At Taylor 0-3.
Carlson's going to win that game. I don't,
So it's a little bit surprising loss by the score last week from Carlson. It's the first time Jack Jamo's lost 2 in a row at Carlson, and the first time he's lost 2 in a row in his coaching career since 2011. So 3 in a row, I don't know if he's ever lost 3 in a row. Maybe 1998 he lost 3 in a row. So Carlson's going to win this
Taylor's
game.
lost 3 in a row, so I'm going with
That's
Carlson.
right. Carlson's going to win this game.
Right.
All right. Huge game. We talked a little bit about this.
Yeah, it is.
Huge football game in the Huron League. The Jets of Airport at Huron. Both teams are 2-1. Chris.
It's Huron's homecoming.
Wow.
And I just found that out today.
A lot of homecoming. Well, Central has homecoming
it's
as
a
well.
little early.
Yeah.
I'm
do you
gonna
got
go. I'm gonna go. You're right. The winner has a real good shot at the playoffs, but I think one team. I kind of think this is an easy pick. I'm gonna go with Airport, and I
Airport,
think this
easy
win will be enough. And the way it rides out the rest of the season, the Jets will make the playoffs.
I agree. I agree. I think Airport is probably the 4th best team in the Huron League, but they're on the cuffs of the
echelon,
top
right?
2-3. They're right there.
Mm-hmm.
Good school, good program. I think they're going to surprise maybe one of the top 3 teams. I like the Jets as you do to move to 3-1. Although Huron, they could surprise.
It'll be a good
you.
game. I just think Airport's going to win.
I like to be at that game, actually. All right, moving on. Huron League, Jefferson, 1-2 at Groseal, 0-3.
What a difference a year makes.
Yeah. And you're thinking about picking Jefferson. So what a difference a year does make, is this, yeah.
Strange things happen on the island.
They
I'm
do.
going with the Red Devils of Groseal
Okay.
to snap their 4-game losing streak dating back to last year's playoff.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Groseal as well. I kind of want to pick Jefferson. I think whoever turns the ball over least is going to win this game. I think it's going to be low scoring, tight affair.
You could probably say that about every game in
football game. But
Groseal's really turned the ball over this year.
Yeah.
But I was looking at their stats the other day. They put up some stats. The quarterback could throw the ball a little bit. They just have to take care of it and not give it away so much. And then defensively, they've got those good defensive players. But when you're turning the ball over, it puts them in a bad situation. So Yeah, I like
I think it's going to be a good game. I think Jefferson will keep it close, but Grosjean. We both go with Grosjean. All right. Another big game if you're Flat Rock. Must win. Flat Rock 1-2 at Milan 3-0. Tough one.
Yeah, that's
Tough one for Flat Rock.
Yeah, it's a tough one for Flat Rock. I'm going to go with the Milan Big Reds. I don't think there's a letdown there. Although I do think Flat Rock's, capable of scoring with them. But
Does Milan have Riverview next week?
I think it is.
Because I think this will be a sandwich game. But Flat Rock, and Flat Rock's a team you don't want to play sitting in between CC and Riverview if you're Milan. So I don't know. Doesn't play into your thoughts too much. Going with Milan.
I'm going with Milan.
Better team.
I mean,
okay.
Flat Rock would have to play mistake-free football,
Yeah.
and then get a little bit of luck along the way.
Get some luck.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to go with Milan too. They're just better. I saw them last week, and they were losing pretty much the whole game, but took the lead with 1.5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter with a well-played fourth quarter. They just controlled the ball, 5 yards here, 6 yards here, just basically doing to Central what Central normally does to teams, and
Right.
it wasn't as fun being on the other end. So,
How good was Tristan Hines?
did a lot of shotgun and kind of searching. It was a lot of zone blocking, it looked like, and he would just try to find a hole, picking and weaving through the hole. Yeah, he was hard to stop. He was getting 6-7 yards just about every play.
Did he play quarterback the whole time?
Just about.
Okay.
They did have another kid in there, but Hines was getting the shotgun snap almost every time, and he did throw the ball well. They were determined to throw the ball. I was surprised.
He had a high completion
Yeah.
percentage coming in, so
Yeah, Hoskins was determined to throw the ball. Even when they were running well, he'd throw it, a few times in there. So
nice.
Milan, good football team. All right, Riverview, big game here. 3-0 Riverview Pirates at SMCC 2-1. Who do you got, Chris?
Well, I picked CC to go 9-0 at the beginning of the season. Then someone called me out and said,
Yeah.
"Well, you picked Milan."
That's
Well, that's preseason picks, and then you see teams and you look at matchups. This matchup, I'm going to go with SMCC playing at home.
Wow.
I think they win this game. I think it'll be a close game. It could come down to a failed conversion, or Riverview likes to go for 2. CC used to go for 2 a lot, but now they got a kicker. They kick that ball, so. I don't know. I'm going to say SMCC wins that game at home by a point or 2.
I think what people have to realize is when you're talking about Milan, Riverview, and SMCC, these games are coin flips. Just whoever plays better is going to win.
Yeah,
I don't think any
the
particular team is that much better than the other. It's just on that Friday night, if you play better, you're going to beat the other team.
Yeah, they might split 5 out of 10 times.
Yeah, they could. And boy, I don't know. I witnessed the 2017 shellacking of my Falcons at home against Riverview, and I don't think it's going to be that bad. But I'm going to go with the Pirates again to move on to 4-0.
Didn't CC shellac them back last year?
20-6, they got them back, but I think Riverview's it's their turn, isn't it? I mean, I don't know.
Okay.
Riverview's really good. So and Central is getting a little bit healthier, but I'm going to go with the Pirates.
Okay.
And in a close game at Navarre. All right.
And then we need to wrap
Gerwick,
this up.
yeah,
So with
I
the
see
Gerwick,
that.
okay.
The Gerwick Nissan Game of the Week. Ida 1-2 at Dundee 2-1. Who do you got?
I'm going to go with the Dundee Vikings.
You're going against Ida.
I just think Dundee's going to win enough somehow in the LCAA to make the playoffs this year. I think Dundee wins this game. I think it's a close game.
Mm-hmm.
And it comes down to, let's call it a field goal late in the game.
Frank will be so happy with that.
Dundee wins the game, maybe 17-14.
Frank will be extremely happy with your pick, but he's not going to be happy with mine. I'm going with the Blue Streaks to get to 2-2. I can't see Ida 1-3. Come on, I'm looking at these records. Ida's going to win. Was it the Backyard Brawl or whatever that is? Ida Dundee.
Something like that.
Rivals. I think Ida gets this one, and they moved to 8-0, 8-1 the last 8 or something like that. But anyway, you got Dundee, I got Ida, and that wraps it up for week 4. Our predictions.
Our picks.
Great week of football.
Thanks for watching, everyone. I tell you, the blog's really blowing up, and the videos are being watched, the podcast's being watched, and obviously people are reading.
We sure do appreciate you. Subscribe on Twitter or on YouTube as well. Helps us out.